Hello and welcome back to Potions Class Bonus. My name is Lucia and today I wanted to show you my collection of magical books. So I haven't gotten around to reading them all yet, but some of them I've used multiple times and some of the other ones I've just kind of skimmed. But they all provide delicious information. There's just something so thrilling about reading magical books. It feels like I'm discovering ancient secrets, and it reminds me that there's so much more to this world than what we already know. Whether or not you believe in this kind of stuff, I still like the idea of possibilities, and it also makes life so much more interesting. Since I have so many books, I am going to split this into 3 parts. Today, I am going over the first few magical books that I've ever purchased, so let's check it out. So this first book is called The Little Giant Encyclopedia of Spells and Magic, and this is the very first magic book that I purchased, probably something like 10 years back. I love this book. It's packed with so much information, and it's basically like a grimoire. This book literally covers everything, from histories, rituals, spells, and symbols. Magicians, demons, magic animals. I guess that's what they look like. Broomsticks, sigils, magic numbers, colors, zodiac, love spells. So some of these spells are either super simple or they're kind of undoable. So for example, for measles, all you have to do is drink tea made from plantain. Whereas if you had respiratory problems, then you'd have to drink the ashes of a fox in wine. And definitely not happening. Whereas if you caught the plague, then you have to wear the ashes of a dead toad. Which again, I don't think that's gonna be happening. But yeah, fun stuff. So the next book is called Everyday Magic, and not gonna lie, this eyeball really sold it to me. This is the first spell book that I purchased, and a lot of what I know right now comes from this book. It teaches basics of how to build an altar and how to create sigils, when's the best time to perform certain spells, etc. It's a great book for beginners with some pretty doable spells. And most of the spells in this book use herbs and essential oils, as well as crystals and resins, so they're not too hard to find. Just a bunch of good spells in here. This is so true. You can even get money, luck, remove obstacles, all kinds of good stuff. So this isn't exactly a magical book, but Herbology definitely plays a role in potion crafting and healing magic. This book specifically covers 40 herbs, and it talks about the history and medicinal uses of each herb. So for example, for lemon balm, these are the parts that you can actually use in this plant. It has a brief description of what it is. And it also tells you how it's used traditionally. It's good for stress relief as well as sweet dreams. And it's safe for children. and also tells you what to be careful of when using these herbs. I wish I was well versed in herbology. Then whenever someone isn't feeling well, I can just tell them like, hey, eat this grass and you'll feel all better. So this next book is the Book of Symbols, and I bought this book because a lot of magic relies on symbolism. And so this is meant to help me better understand different types of imagery as well as ideas. This book covers 5 categories, which is creation and cosmos, plant world, animal world, spirit world, and human world. So the interpretations are quite deep and poetic in my opinion. Honestly, some pages make absolutely no sense to me, but it still sounds beautiful nonetheless. The fox's fiery red coat, flame-like ears, and tail and vertical pupils and glowing amber eyes give it a volatile appearance, embodying the elusive, flickering, transformative qualities of fire itself. The fox seemingly possesses its own inner light, like the shifting, mysterious foxfire that luminesces eerily in marsh and the forest, representing a more cathartic form of consciousness than man's. It's deep stuff. Yo man, this page always creeps me out. And then we have The Witch's Almanac. And I actually purchased this book recently, but it's the first book that I have on witch lore. It's kind of similar to the first book, but with more stories and legends. I really like the old-timey art style, and reading this book really feels like a magical journey. It talks about all sorts of mythology, so it's a good read. Mermaids. I honestly wish I had more time to read these books. I guess this is a good reminder for me to take it easy once in a while so that I can do the things I actually enjoy. Not that I don't like making videos, I really do, but it's nice to change it up now and again so that I don't go crazy. Maybe I'm already crazy. Oh well. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week for part 2. Until then, stay magical.